What's up, everybody? Anime is a hand-drawn and computer-generated animation originated from Japan. If you didn't know, this is an anime content YouTube channel. And I love anime and manga too. In this video, I'm gonna talk about my anime watching history and also my manga reading history too as well. You know, when I watch that specific anime or read that specific manga, or how I ended up watching or reading that specific anime or manga. So I'm gonna talk about it right in this video. So let's get started. 2015. We have cable, no access to the internet yet. Some channels like Cartoon Network have different kind of content. Most of them are cartoons and less are anime. Some anime here are underrated or forgettable that I watch, like Marvel Discourse, The Avengers, and Yokai Watch. And a pretty popular one, Beyblade, Burst. But one anime changed my life. It has the same vibes as the previous anime that I said before, and that's Pokemon. Obviously. I watched the XY series every time I got home from school. I raced to the TV and watched Ash Ketchum and his Pokemon just battling, catching more Pokemon and stuff. It feels so hype when I was a kid. 2016. The XY series is over on Cartoon Network, but I still love Pokemon. And also the year I discovered Pokemon games from the GBA emulators that I'm not gonna talk about in this video yet. So maybe next time. Next. 2017. There's a rerun on Disney Channel of the Pokemon Black and White series. Yeah, I know. And between those seasons, Pokemon Sun and Moon series came out. And that's about it for 2017. 2018. This is one year that I didn't change much with my love of Pokemon. So next. 2019. Most of the year was just Pokemon stuff. But until November of that year was one of the anime recommendations I got from my younger brother. He recommended me to watch Naruto. At first I was meh. And after I watched a few, it changed. And I like it. I like Naruto. I was obsessed with Naruto until the next year. I even have a collection of CDs since we don't have internet yet. I'm gonna show you them. Here's our Naruto CD collection. Me and my brother collected throughout those years. Here's Naruto Shippuden the Lost Tower, another Naruto. Here's a My Hero Academia one, another Naruto. Naruto, one really big one. I don't know why Korra is there. Okay, there's Naruto again. Naruto. This is Pokemon. And here's 7 Lessons one. Another Naruto. Okay, here's another Naruto. I think I have a hard time with that one. My Hero Academia. Another Naruto. Oh, sure. Pokemon movie. And this one is another Naruto. You notice they are all Tagalog version. Yeah, we can still understand that. Okay. This is also the year that Pokemon Journeys aired, so I'm gonna be starting watching that right that year. Next again. 2020. The pandemic has started. But early of 2020, my cousin recommended me an anime movie that I should watch. It is called The 7 Deadly Sins, Prisoners of the Sky. So my cousin sent to me the movie and I enjoyed it. I realized a few months later that there is a 7 Deadly Sins anime, which I'm stupid about. I just I'm just stupid. And I just only watched season 1. You already saw the CD. I don't know season 2 and season 3 at that time yet. So yeah. After that, Boruto, the sequel to Naruto, aired on a Filipino kids channel. Yay! That's the channel. When I was that age of the time, for some reason I'm excited about it, but when I am older now, I see it as trash. Most Naruto fans come back when something interesting happens, like Naruto vs Ishiki in Baryon mode. I'm one of those guys. On late of 2020, another cousin of mine recommended me to watch My Hero Academia. So I tried to find a CD of My Hero Academia around the city, and I only found season 1, season 2, and season 4. Season 3, I can't find it. But season 1 season 2 are Tagalog version, and while season 4 is English subtitled. So I watched it and it was pretty good, pretty decent. I like it. Next year, 2021. This is the year that we got internet and a lot of free time. So I started watching My Hero Academia Season 3 and 7 Deadly Sins Season 2, 3, and the latest Season 4 this year. So I caught up to that and wala, done. At the time of March of that year, I decided to watch an anime that I just want to watch. And the first thing that popped in my head was One Piece. And you might be thinking, One Piece is too long, how can you watch the whole series? Might as well give up. And I'll be answering that with a no, cause I have a strategy. And that strategy is, skip the filler arcs. That's it. It's fine. It's just 10% off of the series. How hard can it be?
One eternity later.
After watching episode 1 to 970s, I think, for 6 months, I managed to caught up to the latest point of One Piece. But I still enjoy One Piece. The story building, the characters, whatever wackiness comedy they do. So that 6 months is not a waste of time. After a 3-month break of watching One Piece, I finally decide on what anime should I watch next. And I chose Fairy Tail. At first, watching that, it was kinda meh also. But after a few episodes, I tend to like Fairy Tail. I like the characters, the story, the comedy, the action. Yeah, I like it. Even some people underestimated it, which I don't know why. I already finished Fairy Tail 2014 and the final season, so yeah, I'm done. After a few weeks later, I watched My Hero Academia Season 5 due because of One Piece. I didn't watch it during its release. By the way, the season's mid. 2022. This is the year that I was really into anime. At March of that year, I found out that the author of Fairy Tail has 2 more anime. Eden Zero and Rave Master. I really don't care about Rave Master due it looks like very old. So I'm gonna be taking the Eden Zero path and watch it. It does have the same vibe as Fairy Tail and the character design. The OSTs though is basically a little bit different but also a bit the same. Heck, some of the characters kinda look the same as Fairy Tails. Sometimes I just got confused and just named them after the Fairy Tail character. After that month, I tried to read manga for now on. Yay! One Piece, Eren Zero, and some manga that doesn't have anime adaptation yet at the time, which are The Four Knights of Apocalypse, the sequel of Seven Deadly Sins, and Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest, the sequel of Fairy Tail. After reading those mangas, which is faster than I expected, I continue watching another anime, a popular one this time, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. And now I know why it is really popular. The fights, the animations, it's very peaked. The music was so relaxing to hear. 2 months has passed, and I want to watch another anime. The anime that I heard about the most at the time was an anime that got itself a revival. And it's none other than Bleach. One of the big three, a par with Naruto and One Piece. And I said to myself, hey, I watch One Piece and Naruto. Maybe Bleach has the same energy as them. So I started to watch Bleach, the old one, while I can be caught up on later months for the revival one. At first, it's already hype. It's so hype. Even from the episode 1 and maybe before, during the opening, it gives me hype already. During the Soul Society, for some reason, our internet wasn't working, so I got 2 weeks of waiting and waiting until it's fixed. So, a little hiatus, and I hate it. But until I finished Bleach, 366 episodes of that, I enjoyed it, I loved it, it's all hype, the fights, the opening, the characters, they're all insane, they're all amazing. Another month passed by and I figured I would watch another anime again. Wow, I've been watching a lot of anime in that year. This one is the most high rated anime of all times, and that's Full Metal Alchemist. So I started watching Full Metal Alchemist, the 2003, and it was meh to me, it was meh. Until I watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and that was way better than the previous one. Side note, I thought Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the sequel to Full Metal Alchemist 2003. I was wrong. It was a remake. And I'm stupid. But anyway, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is peak, a masterpiece. I loved it, the story, the characters, its development, everything about it. It's absolute peak. The last anime that I'm gonna watch for this year, this one is recommended to me by another cousin. By the way, the 3 cousins I mentioned in this video are basically different people and they are real. Anyway, the anime that he recommended for me is an old anime back in 2006. Katekyo Hitman Reborn. So, some people who don't know this anime, it's basically a shonen anime. It's so forgettable and underrated. But, it is very entertainable and I enjoyed watching it. I was obsessed with it as Naruto, but I have a few merchandise I got from my cousin. If for those people who don't know it, you should watch it. It's anime recommendation from me, who watches a lot of anime and has good taste. Eh? Anyway, some updates of that year were My Hero Academia Season 6, absolutely good, I like it. Not love it, but like it. And the one and only hype of all, Bleach, the 1000-Year Blood War. It was all peak to the animations, the fights, the music, all of it. Absolute insane. I loved it. I love it so much. And the last thing I'm gonna say is that Pokemon Journeys is already over. And Ash became world champion. And that's one of the biggest things that happened in that year. The best. 2023. The present year. This is the year where I watch a ton of anime so far. Up first, the first month of this year was anime I decided for myself this time. And that will be Black Clover. I don't know the reason why I picked Black Clover, but who cares? I enjoyed Black Clover so much. The fights, the characters, they're so funny sometimes. And their best aspect in the anime is their music. Just the openings themselves are insane. I mean, hear this. Pretty good, right? Anyway, Black Clover, I enjoyed it. I really loved it. I I know some people hated it due to the main character always screaming a lot, but that's not gonna get in my way to enjoy this anime. Up next is an anime that I saw my brother like, so maybe I should watch it too. And that anime is Fire Force. When I first watched Fire Force, the first episode of Fire Force when I watched it is doesn't have much of an introduction about them. But in later episodes and after season 2, I kinda after Fire Force, there's school stuff and YouTube stuff I have got to do. I just started YouTube again. By the end of the school year, I continue going back to watching anime. And the first anime I wanted to watch for a while is Jujutsu Kaisen, a recent anime that I watch. At first, Jujutsu Kaisen is already pretty solid. It's a solid anime. The characters, the story, yeah, it's absolutely pretty solid to me. Not much hype, but pretty solid. Solid. After that, a few weeks later, and I watched Chainsaw Man. Yeah, at first I think I don't feel much connection with Chainsaw Man for some reason. The first episodes are like meh to me, and like in the late ones I've been a little bit more of connection, but not that much connected. It has insane bloody fights and weird humor. But I tend to like have a little soft spot for Chainsaw Man. Not much, but not too little either. After another few weeks, again, this time I watched a very short anime this time. Hell's Paradise. This anime is basically insane. The story, the characters, I just love that kind of anime. There's some stuff there that I'm just weirded about, but the character development and like characters, they just make it fine for me. Up next, the final anime I recently watched. It was 2 days ago that I finished watching that. I loved it, and is still attached to it right now. And that's Spy Family. Basically, all these 4 animes are short, so that makes it easier to watch. So anyway, Spy Family. I enjoyed it. Sometimes with slice of life, which I didn't expect myself to enjoy. Most of the anime I told about were mostly shonen. But this one gave me a strong change of heart. My favorite thing about Spy Family is the art style. I love the art style. The stories, the characters, they're absolute fun to see and watch. Some are emotional, some are comedic, and sometimes there's basically action involved in it. And that's basically cool. But anyway, I love Spy Family, and I can wait for the movie on December. And some little updates during the 2023 were Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Swordsmith Village Arc Season 3, which is incredible. I loved it. Till the animations peak, and so as the fights. Even emotional as well. There's Eden Zero Season 2, which gives some hype. Maybe it's because I read the manga already, so I don't need much information in the anime now. But I like to see how they look as animated. There's Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. So insane. I love the opening, the fights. Especially Gojo is like the main character of Season 2, I think. The 4 episodes. At this time, it's 4 episodes. And they're all peak, especially the 4th one. There's also Pokemon Horizons, which has new characters. Especially main protagonists like Liko and Roy. I mean, I don't hate it. I'm just hoping that it's as good as the original without Ash and Pikachu. And Bleach 1000 Year Blood War The Separation Part 2. The anime opening is just meh, but the story already is basically awesome. I loved it. And I forgot to mention the manga I read this year were Black Clover, My Hero Academia. I forgot to mention last year that a Sasuke light novel exists, and I really don't much care about that one. But the Minato one shot was insane. I loved it. I love Minato as the main character in that one with Kushina Long. It's absolutely cool. I'm not gonna spoil on that also, so I want you to read that. It's basically cool. I'm gonna say this that I have some anime honorable mentions that I like to watch in the future. Gintama, Noragami, Hunter x Hunter, even maybe One Punch Man. Who know? Heck, maybe comment below what anime should I watch in the future. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. So that's what I have for now. So until next time, sayonara!